The Bigfoot Murders. Our story began in a small mountain town in Georgia. The town was known as Wildwood. It had a bit of a reputation due to some unfortunate events in its past. Along the main street was a popular bar, the Hair of the Beast. A colorful painting adorned the wall next to the entrance. It featured a rendering of Bigfoot with long claws and glistening fangs and glowing red eyes. It was late. The bar was closing. Emily Carter, a smart young woman in her 20s wearing a pink sweater, stepped out of the bar. She was followed by a handsome but scraggly-looking dude named Chip Dean. Chip was kinda drunk.
Come on, Em. One more. It's still early.
It's 1 a.m.
Right. Like I said, it's early. One itty-bitty little drink ain't gonna kill ya.
Chip stumbled and almost fell on his face. Emily laughed.
I think you've had enough already.
Emily climbed into her car and tried to start it, but nothing happened. Emily made a few more attempts, then hit the steering wheel in frustration.
Oh, shit.
What? Your rackety asshole bucket won't start again?
Yeah, it's always that stupid battery.
Emily got out.
What you gonna do now? Want me to give you a piggyback ride up the hill?
Chip squatted down and motioned for Emily to jump on his back.
No, I got it. I can just have BJ fix it in the morning.
You sure you don't need a ride? Maybe I could come in for a little nightcap afterwards?
No, definitely not. Now go home like a good little boy. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See y'all later.
Emily shook her head in amusement as Chip stumbled off. She walked through the darkened town and headed up a dirt road that led into the hills. As Emily walked along the empty road, she started getting a creepy feeling, like someone was watching her. Suddenly, Emily heard a twig snap behind her. She whipped around, but no one was there.
Chip? Chip! Okay, I'm not scared. You can stop.
There was no answer, just the sound of an owl hooting into the night. Emily continued up the road, picking up her pace. The trail led to a small cabin that sat alone on a hillside overlooking the town. This was Emily's house. Emily approached the cabin, relieved to be home. She took out her keys, but suddenly, something jumped out of the bushes and grabbed her. Emily screamed, but just then, she heard a laugh. It was Chip. Emily punched him in the chest.
Oh, you stupid son of a bitch! You scared the living shit out of me.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. You're just too damn easy. Can I come in for that drink now?
After making me pee on myself? Fuck no.
Chip moved in closer to Emily.
Well, how about a good night kiss then?
Chip, you know we shouldn't.
I'll make her quick. Just close your eyes.
Emily closed her eyes. Chip leaned in to give her a kiss. But just then, a low, deep growl was heard. Chip turned around quickly. His eyes went wide as something large and hairy stepped out of the bushes. The thing grabbed Chip and hurled him into the side of Emily's house. He crumbled to the ground, knocked senseless. Emily opened her eyes and saw what it was that had attacked Chip. The thing grabbed her and carried her off into the forest as her screams echoed away into the night. It was the next morning, 100 miles away on the campus of Georgia Tech University. It was summer. The regular students were gone. A sign stood outside the main lecture hall that featured the FBI logo. Underneath it read, FBI Trainee Evaluation Seminar. Two middle-aged men wearing FBI jackets stood in front of a table with name tags on it. One of them was a gruff-looking middle-aged man. His name tag said, Agent Akerman. Just then, Paige Black, an attractive, intelligent young woman in her 20s, approached the registration table. She had an emotional support dog at her side, a black lab with a white stripe running down the middle of his face. His name was Oreo. Agent Akerman eyed Paige's dog as she reached for her name tag.
Emotional support dog?
Yep.
Paige found her name tag and smiled at Bill.
Thank you.
Yep.
Paige turned and headed inside. Bill shook his head. He turned to Agent Polhemus, another veteran FBI agent, manning the table.
$5 says she quits before lunch.
Agent Polhemus smirked.
You're on.
Just then, a hip-looking Latino dude with long hair rolled up on a skateboard. He did an ollie dismount and caught the board in his hands. Bill stared at him, unimpressed.
The skate park's down the street, kid.
The Latino kid smiled.
Seriously? Cool, but I'm not here for that yet. I'm in the training program. Danny Hueco.
Bill gave him a blank stare and pointed at the name tags. Danny found his tag and put it on.
Gracias.
Danny skated away. Bill shook his head. Just then, Tygar Nwamba, a handsome young black man with long dreads, approached the table. He was bobbing his head to a hip-hop song playing on his earbuds. Big Bill looked amused by his Rasta hairstyle.
Nice dreads, man.
Thanks.
Tygar found his name tag and headed inside. Bill rolled his eyes and muttered to Agent Polhemus.
If this is the future of law enforcement, Lord help us.
Just then, Jassi Marwah, an intelligent, attractive young woman of East Indian descent, approached the table. She had the air of a slightly neurotic elite overachiever. She looked at Bill with a surprised expression, as if she knew him.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Agent Bill Akerman?
Yeah? Do I know you?
No. I recognize you from your profile in the syllabus. You're one of the top profilers in the Bureau. It's an honor to meet you, sir. Profiling is kind of my flex, too.
Agent Akerman looked pleasantly surprised.
What's your name, kid?
Jassi Marwah.
FYI, butt kissing won't get you anywhere with me, Jassi. But, nice try.
Jassi frowned. She reached down and curtly picked up her name tag. She turned to walk away, but suddenly Bill called out to her.
Just curious, which literary author do you think best interprets the criminal mind?
Classic or modern?
Classic.
Dostoevsky, of course.
Big Bill's reaction was subtle, but his look revealed he respected her answer.
Good luck, Jassi.
Jassi smiled a little bit and went inside the lecture hall. Moments later, inside the lecture hall, Paige surveyed the room. It was filled with very bright-looking enrollees from across the country. Paige instantly felt intimidated. Her heart started to race. Her hands started to shake. Paige knelt to the ground and closed her eyes.
Just take a deep breath. It's just social anxiety. It'll be fine.
Sensing her distress, Oreo leaned into her. He gave her a gentle lick on her cheek and buried his muzzle into her neck. Paige stroked Oreo behind his ear and took a deep breath. Her hand finally stopped shaking. Paige gave Oreo a warm hug and stood up again. Nearby, Jassi took a seat near the front. She carefully set a book down on her desk. It was her copy of the best-selling book by decorated FBI agent Isabel Duncan. The title of the bestseller was Staring into the Void, Catching the KC Ripper. Many other students around the room also had copies. Suddenly a girl, Charlene, plopped down next to Jassi and grabbed her book.
Oh, snap. Look here, y'all. Another Isabel Duncan groupie in the house.
Jassi looked embarrassed.
Don't be shook, girl. I'm just messing with you. I'm one too.
Charlene waved her copy of Duncan's book in Jassi's face. Jassi didn't know how to respond.
What's the matter? You too shy to talk? That's okay. We all have our insecurities. But can I tell you something? You're the prettiest girl here. Next to me.
Really?
Take those nerdy glasses off, girl. Show the world how beautiful you really are. Come on now.
Jassi took off her glasses. Charlene looked at her. and then shook her head.
Never mind. I was wrong. Put them back on.
Jassi turned bright red and slumped down in her seat. Nearby, Paige finally took a seat. In the seat beside her sat a young man with a name tag that said Maguire. He looked like an obnoxious, disheveled partier with uncombed hair. He was wearing a t-shirt that said Makin' Bacon and featured a cartoon of two pigs fornicating. Maguire suddenly lowered his shades and stared at Paige.
Wait a sec. No way. I think I know you. You went to my high school. Allison Black, right?
Paige made a face and sighed.
Hi, Maguire. It's good to see you again, but I'm Paige, not Allison.
Sorry. My bad. Barely spoke to you back then because you were a card-carrying member of the Geek Squad. Had I known you turned into a total smoke show, I would have been a little nicer to you. But funny enough, turns out I'm a brainiac too. Graduated from Santa Cruz with honors. Can you believe that shit? A fuck up like me turns out to be a certified genius?
Shocking.
Right?
Maguire leaned in close.
FYI, watch your back. Word on the street is only the absolute fucking best of the fucking best are gonna be chosen for the academy. I'm safe, obviously, but you gotta assume most of these fools are coming for your throat.
Paige looked concerned. Across the room, Tygar Nwamba stood by himself, surveying the scene. No one seemed interested in talking to him. Tygar turned and came face to face with Danny.
How's it going? Danny Hueco.
Danny extended his hand. They shook.
Nice to meet you, Tygar.
Tygar gestured to the board in Danny's hand.
Skater, huh?
How'd you guess?
They shared a laugh.
What's your weakness?
I'm a gamer.
Oh, dude.
A smile spread across both their faces.
We're gonna be friends.
Nearby, Jassi sat in her seat, staring at the projection screen at the front of the lecture hall. The FBI logo was being displayed, but the projector looked slightly tilted.
Oh no.
What up now, shy girl?
The projection is slightly off.
Really? Looks fine to me.
Nope. I gotta fix it or I can't concentrate.
OCD bunch?
Yes, actually.
Charlene tapped the girl in the next seat and whispered.
Psst. This girl over here, she's mental.
Nearby, Tygar and Danny continued to bond over video games.
You're down with the Dark Souls.
Like a fat kid loves cake.
But suddenly, another enrollee came over to them. He looked at Tygar like he recognized him.
Excuse me, but I couldn't help overhearing y'all. Ain't you Nigerian Nitro 187 on Twitch?
Yeah, that's me.
I knew it! You that sus dude who got caught cheating in the Madden 26 tourney. I watched it go down on live stream.
I didn't cheat, man. It was an honest mistake. I thought I was allowed to use an ultra-high-speed connection.
The enrollee rolled his eyes.
Yeah, right.
He walked away, muttering loudly.
Watch out for that dude.
Tygar turned to Danny with an apologetic look on his face.
I swear I didn't know. Shit.
Danny just shrugged. The room quieted down as the class instructors stepped onto a stage at the front of the room. There were two main instructors. One was a man in his 50s. He looked like a hard-ass, by-the-book type. This was Agent Mike Leach, one of the senior agents in the FBI. Standing next to him was a beautiful, brilliant, yet down-to-earth-looking woman, Agent Isabel Duncan, the woman who had written the book that was on Jassi's desk. Behind the two main instructors stood the four assistant educators. They included Big Bill Akerman. Agent Leach stepped up to the microphone.
Good morning. If everyone could take their seats, please. Thank you. I'm Federal Agent Mike Leach. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Prospective Trainee Seminar.
Everyone clapped. But suddenly, Agent Leach looked down and made a face. Jassi had left her seat and was adjusting the slide projector in front of him so that the FBI logo was perfectly straight.
What are you doing?
Everyone looked at Jassi.
Sorry. Your projector was a tad crooked.
She adjusted the projector one last time.
There. Perfect.
Agent Leach gave Jassi a cold stare as she returned to her seat. Charlene, the girl sitting next to Jassi, shook her head and turned to the girl next to her and mouthed the words, "Cray cray." Agent Leach cleared his throat and continued.
This course has been set up by the Bureau to recruit the next generation of elite criminal investigators. Over the next few weeks, you will be mentored and evaluated by our expert team. Every instructor brings to the table a lifetime of investigative knowledge, solving the most sophisticated and challenging homicide cases.
Agent Leach gestured to the instructors standing behind him.
Jennifer Melnick, Joe Polhemus, Pamela Soper, Big Bill Akerman, and of course, Special Agent Isabel Duncan.
At the sound of Duncan's name, the crowd went wild. Agent Leach waited for them to settle down.
Your performance in front of them will determine if you go to Quantico, so do a good job. Agent Duncan here would like to share a few words.
Agent Duncan stepped into the podium. Duncan smiled, but gestured for everyone to settle down.
I see everyone has read my book. Well, I want to share something with you that's not in the book. Law enforcement is not glamorous. It will not make you rich or famous. In fact, it often leaves scars. Investigative work requires intelligence, commitment to teamwork, and bravery. Only a few of you are cut out for it.
Agent Duncan stepped back as Agent Leach returned to the podium.
Well said, Agent Duncan. Criminal investigation is always a team effort. To teach you this concept, we're going to divide you into small groups.
Each one of your teams will be given an actual cold case to solve. The members of the team that does the best investigation will be the only ones considered for Quantico.
A gasp went through the room.
You will be allowed to pick your own teammates, so choose wisely.
A short time later, the students got out of their seats and started talking to each other, trying to pick groups. Tygar approached several students forming a team, but they all stared at him with looks of disdain.
Sorry, we don't take cheaters.
A little ways away, Paige stood in front of a group with Oreo at her side. One of the students she was talking to was trying to hold back a sneeze.
Sorry. Oh, God. I'm sorry, I'm allergic to dogs.
Nearby, Maguire stood in front of a group that looked like the smartest bunch in the whole room. He handed them a bullet point sheet of his talents.
Yes, you're reading that correctly. My IQ literally clocks in at 194. I'm fluent in 2 dead languages. I've been banned from Vegas for counting cards. But it's not just the awesome intellect. I've also been trained to kill by a former Yakuza assassin.
Maguire got into a fighting stance. He let out a sudden loud yell and threw a series of wild punches and kicks uncomfortably close to the smart students' faces.
You don't want to fuck with me. I'm the whole enchilada.
The smart students looked at each other. Their leader handed Maguire a scrambled Rubik's Cube and a blindfold. Maguire scoffed.
Child's play.
Maguire put on the blindfold and then started working the cube. In less than 10 seconds, he stopped and pulled the blindfold off.
Boom! Eat that, bitches!
The cube was solved, but Maguire's look of triumph turned into confusion.
Huh?
The smart group had walked away.
Hey, where'd you fuckers go?
Nearby, Danny was chatting with another group of students.
I can code, hack, build surveillance systems, analyze audio, make deep fakes, you name it. Here, check this out.
Danny took out his phone and pushed an app icon. He spoke into his phone, and his voice suddenly came out of the room speakers.
1 2 1 2, Danny in his house, getting flirty, getting dirty like the deep, deep south.
Wow, how are you doing that?
This? It's an app I made. It allows me to instantly hack into the nearest audio system.
That's freaking awesome, bro.
Danny smiled proudly, but then, all of a sudden, a horrible feedback noise started coming out of the speakers. Everyone covered their ears. The noise reached a crescendo, then the speakers exploded. Danny shrugged, sheepishly.
Yeah, so it's kind of in the beta phase.
Not far away, Charlene spotted Jassi wandering the room. She waved at her and gestured for her to come over.
Yo, Weird OCD girl. You went to Stanford, right?
Yes, I was summa cum laude.
That'll work. Want to be on our team?
Really?
Yeah. What the hell? Get your smarty pants ass over here, girl. We're running out of time and we need one more warm body.
A look of joy and relief swept across Jassi's face.
I'm so excited to be your teammate.
Me too. We're gonna be sleuthing sisters.
But just then, one of Charlene's teammates tapped her on the shoulder.
Charlene, we already have 5.
No shit. Oh, my bad.
Charlene turned back to Jassi.
Get lost, crazy pants. Scat.
Jassi hung her head and slinked off. As the clock ticked down, the enrollees separated themselves into teams, until only 5 were left alone in the middle of the room. Paige, Tygar, Delany, Jassi, and Maguire. Paige sat on the ground, hugging Oreo to deal with her stress. Tygar shook his head and looked at the others.
I hate to be Captain Obvious, but it looks like we're the only ones left.
No one wants us.
True. But to be honest, I didn't want them either.
Can you blame them? Look at yourselves, people. No offense.
They all glared at Maguire. Then suddenly, Paige realized something.
You know, there are 5 of us.
Are you suggesting that we form our own group?
Jassi looked over at Maguire, who was scratching his ass.
With him?
We don't have a ton of options.
Oh, fuck no. I'm not gonna be exiled on the island of misfit toys with you bitches.
The Misfits? Hey, wait a minute. That's kinda lit.
Don't patronize me.
Nah, for real. The Misfits are my favorite band. It's a cool tag for our squad.
Paige shrugged.
It's got some flavor.
Tygar smiled and looked around at the others for a consensus.
Misfits.
I hate that fucking name. But I guess since no other option is available.
They all looked at Maguire. He sighed.
Fine. But I'm only doing this because I feel sorry for you stupid shits.
They all put their hands together in a circle, one hand on top of the other.
Misfits!
A short time later, the enrollees to the FBI training program were gathered together in the university cafeteria. The students sat at separate tables with their respective groups. Agent Leach and Agent Duncan stood before them.
Agent Akerman is coming by with the names of notorious cold cases. Your task will be to do something no one has ever done before. Solve them.
Agent Big Bill Akerman approached each table with a fishbowl filled with slips of paper. Charlene, the girl who had humiliated Jassi, reached into the bowl for her group. She took out a slip of paper and read it aloud.
We got the Zodiac Killer, y'all!
Her team cheered, thrilled with their pick. Danny looked bummed.
Fuck. They got the best one.
Other groups picked one by one. They all got cool cases like Black Dahlia, Jack the Ripper, Tupac. Finally, Big Bill arrived at their table with his fishbowl. He looked at their team name, the Misfits, and shook his head.
Perfect name. Pick.
Maguire stepped forward and reached for the bowl.
I got this.
Don't pick a lame one.
Dude, I'm Maguire. I got the luck of the Irish.
Maguire reached into the fishbowl and groped around and around. Finally, he picked a slip of paper, pulled it out, and read it aloud.
The Bigfoot Massacre? Fuck is that?
Nearby, Agent Paulhemus' face lit up. He turned to Big Bill.
Oh, snap. Bill, you remember that one?
Wish I could forget it.
Agent Paulhemus turned to the Misfits.
That was Big Bill's first case. He's still kind of freaked out about it, aren't you, BB?
Nope. And it wasn't my case. They just called me in to do a little profiling, that's all.
I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
I have. It's freaky as fuck. They said Bigfoot slaughtered some mofos.
Serious?
Big Bill set the criminal case file down on the table.
The crimes happened in the mountains just north of here, near a town of Wildwood. Bodies turned up torn to pieces. There's been a bunch of alleged sightings of Sasquatch up there for years. So the locals started claiming Bigfoot was the perp.
Yes, that's dank, yo.
It's not cool, kid. 3 people were brutally murdered, that we know of. Maybe more if the killer's still active.
What can you tell us about it?
Read the file, it's all in there.
Big Bill walked away. The Misfits looked at each other and opened the file. Tygar began reading.
The first victim was Kyle Anderson, 28. He was an avid hunter who disappeared on March 2nd, 1992, while hunting deer in the backwoods.
2 weeks later, nature photographer Skip Formica, 34, vanished.
Danny held up a photograph from the file.
This is the last picture found on his camera.
The photograph showed a blurry image of what looked like a clawed hand. Everyone looked spooked.
The last victim, Amanda Coyle, 22, went missing 4 days later while hiking.
Maguire took out a crime scene photo from the file. It was an overhead shot of a large meadow. Circled in red were the areas where the bodies had been found.
10 days later, the bodies of all 3 victims were discovered by a logging crew in a field known as Widow's Meadow. Their bodies were badly mutilated. Oh, fuck. Dude, look at this.
Maguire showed the other Misfits gruesome photos taken by the FBI of the bodies at the crime scene. Tygar continued.
No fingerprints, DNA, or other evidence was ever found. Except for this.
Tygar slid 4 photos across the table to the others. The first photo showed a large, human-like footprint that measured at least 15 inches long. The other photos showed shots of a plaster cast made of the huge footprint.
Bingo. Presence of cryptid confirmed.
Big yikes. Maybe the beast did do it.
You really think it's a Sasquatch?
At this point, we shouldn't rule out any possibility.
Oh, come on. Bigfoot isn't real.
Says who?
Science. If the creature was real, someone would have discovered a body by now, or some type of hard evidence.
Science can suck my dick.
Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Tygar nodded.
Biologists estimate that we've only discovered 24% of the species on Earth.
Jassi began to giggle.
I'm sorry, but I just think it's all made of bullshit.
Says a girl is tripping balls over a slide projector.
Oh no, it's a nanometer off. Fire will shoot out my ass if I don't fix it. No.
The others laughed. Jassi balled up a piece of paper and threw it at Maguire.
Asshole.
Maguire threw it back at her.
Head case.
Jassi threw it back at him.
Lame ass.
Hey, knock it off, you two.
Just then, a paper ball hit Paige in the face. Danny looked at her and smiled.
Oh, so you want a piece of me? Eat paper, bitch!
Paige returned fire. She missed and hit Tygar.
Mother trucker.
Tygar threw the paper ball back at Paige. Danny balled up another ball and threw it at Maguire. The paper ball fight was now officially on. At that moment, standing on the balcony above the cafeteria, Agent Leach and Agent Duncan surveyed the teams below. Watching the paper ball fight, Leach looked very unimpressed.
How did these clowns get past the screening process?
Agent Duncan looked down at the Misfits. She smiled a little, amused by their antics. Big Bill leaned into the conversation.
You should toss them now, Mike. Save everybody the trouble.
It's the first day. Lighten up. We're here to teach them, remember?
You want to waste your time, Isabel? Be my guest.
Big Bill walked away, rolling his eyes. But Agent Duncan still looked intrigued by the Misfits. Agent Leach called out to the teams below.
All right, that's it, people. Lunch break. Be back in 1 hour.
A short time later, Agent Duncan strolled through the cafeteria as the teams broke for lunch. Charlene, the mean girl, who had humiliated Jassi, stepped up to her.
Excuse me, Agent Duncan. Me and my crew, Team Sherlock, were wondering, would you mind if we took a selfie with you?
Sure.
The team gathered around Agent Duncan, smiling as Charlene snapped a selfie.
Thank you so much. You're so freaking awesome.
Agent Duncan smiled and turned away. She walked over to the Misfits, who were starting to file out.
Hey guys, wait up.
The Misfits stopped and looked at each other, surprised.
Mind if I join you for lunch?
Everyone except Maguire was blown away.
Maybe. Depends. What are you buying us? Better not be some lame vegan crap.
Paige hissed at Maguire through clenched teeth.
Shut the fuck up.
Maguire shrugged. Agent Duncan chuckled.
Come on. I think I know a cool joint.
Agent Duncan and the Misfits walked out together. Charlene and the other members of Team Sherlock watched them go, turning green with envy. A short time later, Agent Duncan ate lunch with the Misfits in the scenic area of the quad. Oreo was napping at Paige's feet while she rubbed his head. Danny was on his phone, searching for information on the Bigfoot massacre.
So, have you kids thought about what speciality you're going to focus on?
Paige spoke first.
Forensic science.
Why's that, Paige?
I feel like human remains always tell the most intimate story of the crime. Like, that's where you learn the most about the killer's mindset, for better or worse.
Interesting. How about you, Tygar?
Physical evidence analysis has always fascinated me. DNA, footprints, tire tracks, hairs, fibers, etc. I enjoy the challenge of the riddle.
I noticed you have a Black Lives Matter emblem on your water bottle there. If you hate cops, why join the FBI?
I don't hate cops. When I was a freshman, I got pulled over by the popo. I wasn't doing anything except walking down the street, but they got a call that a black man was breaking into cars, so they took me in. They interrogated me for 7 hours. They lied. They said I'd been ID'd by a witness to trick me into making a confession. Thank God my parents showed up with a lawyer.
I'm sorry you went through that.
It didn't discourage me. I always wanted to be in law enforcement, but it made me more focused on my goals. Gandhi once said, "Be the change you want to see in the world," so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be the change.
Good for you, Tygar. And how about you, Danny?
I like busting tech, computers, algorithms, gadgets, surveillance, deep research and data drives.
And how about you, Maguire?
I'm best suited for an elite leadership role. Shit. I'm multi-talented on so many levels, it's hard to zero in on a single role.
Agent Duncan shook her head, amused.
How about you, Jassi?
Oh, behavioral sciences.
Ah, profiler. So, do you subscribe to the Dostoevsky school of thought?
Definitely.
Paige looked intrigued.
What's that?
It's a theory of criminal behavior. It's inspired by the murderer in Crime and Punishment.
To put it simply, it's the belief that every criminal secretly wants to be caught. It stems from the notion that a small bit of goodness resides inside everyone, even the most evil person. That tiny piece of light wants to escape the darkness, so it forces the killer to make unconscious mistakes and leave small clues for us to find.
Interesting.
I don't buy it. I've never wanted to get busted for any of the shady shit I've done.
That's because you're a sociopathic narcissist, Maguire.
At least I don't have to wear surgical gloves to wipe my own ass.
Jassi gave him the evil eye. Just then, Danny's eyes lit up. He'd found something on his phone.
Holy shit!
What?
There's been another Bigfoot attack in the town of Wildwood.
No way!
Let me see that.
Maguire snatched Danny's phone away. The Misfits all crowded around Maguire as he scrolled through local news reports about the strange disappearance in Wildwood.
Victim's name is Emily Carter. Missing 3 days. Eyewitness says Sasquatch took her.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, I love it.
Agent Duncan gave Maguire a disapproving look.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's tragic. Okay, so tragic. That poor sweet innocent girl taken by a savage beast. But at the same time, it's kind of freaking cool, right? The killer just struck again?
Bet!
Whoa. Slow down, guys. You don't know if this incident has anything to do with the cold case you're working on.
True that, but we could go there and find out.
Wildwood is less than 100 miles from here.
I'm really not feeling this.
What's the point of giving us a case if you're not going to let us investigate it?
Precisely. We need to talk to people, gather evidence.
Road trip. Road trip. Road trip.
Road trip. Road trip.
Come on, Agent Duncan.
They all looked at Agent Duncan with pleading expressions on their faces. The wheels began to turn in her head as well. A short time later, Agent Duncan met with Agent Leach and the other agent teachers in an office. Big Bill was there, but he looked disinterested as he rubbed icy hot on his aching knee.
Forget it. Not gonna happen. We can't send them on a field trip to an active crime scene, especially that team. What do they call themselves? The losers? The shitheads?
The Misfits. Mike's right. They're not FBI material, Isabel, and I haven't been wrong in 30 years.
You were wrong about me.
Okay, maybe once.
These kids are not you, Isabel, not even close.
They have skills, they're showing initiative. Isn't that what we said we're looking for?
Agent Bohemus chimed in.
She's got a point, sir. We did sort of say that.
Agent Leach exhaled and rubbed his temples.
One of us will go with them as a chaperone. They can only go out in supervised groups.
Not you. You're here helping me run this program.
Agent Leach looked around. His eyes settled on Big Bill, who was still rubbing his aching knee.
Bill?
With these bum knees?
I know you didn't sign up for this, but you could help these kids out a lot. You were there.
Barely.
Bill's scared of going back there and seeing Bigfoot again.
Everyone chuckled. Big Bill flipped Bohemus off.
Bill, I hate to do this to you, but I need you to ride herd on this one.
Bill sighed.
All right, fuck it. I guess I did sign up to teach.
That's the spirit.
Bohemus turned to Bill.
If you do see Squatch out there, one piece of advice. Don't mess with his jerky.
Agent Bohemus chuckled. No one else did.
Tough crowd. Sorry.
A few hours later, the Misfits gathered together in the parking lot of Georgia Tech University. They threw their things into the trunk of Paige's car. Agent Duncan was with them.
Don't go off on your own. Do whatever Agent Akerman tells you.
No offense, Agent Duncan, but can we go with someone else? That guy kinda seems like a dick.
Bill's a bit ornery, but he's one of the best. You're in good hands.
Just then, a bright red vintage Mustang pulled into the parking lot and stopped. Big Bill was behind the wheel. He was wearing cool aviator sunglasses.
You knuckleheads having second thoughts? Still not too late to chicken out.
Nah, we good, Chief.
Let's roll then. Chop chop!
The Misfits all climbed into Paige's car. They followed Bill as he roared out of the parking lot onto the open road, headed towards Wildwood. End of episode 1. Stay tuned for the next chapter of The Bigfoot Murders.